This we face as immigrants in the UK is being scared of seeking for support. Now, this has been a major problem to lots of immigrants in the UK, including myself when I first moved to the UK in 2011. There were things that I would rather look for another African person or maybe another Nigerian to explain to me instead of seeking for the right support. I'm filming this video because I met a couple of immigrants at the city center recently, and what I heard from them was really terrible. Knowing that they've got all the support and they are unable to access it was really disappointing, which is why I said I'm going to film this video to also let you know, because I actually did make these mistakes about 14 years ago, and I wouldn't want to see my viewers also making these mistakes. I need you to know that there are lots of support you can get as an immigrant in the UK. Do not be deceived by whatever anybody is telling you. There are lots of genuine supports you can get. And if you're able to locate the support and how to get them, half of your problems will be solved in the UK. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate, guys. Like, you know, I share every information that has to do with UK on this platform, especially for immigrants, and how you can settle, get your sponsorship and live a good life in the UK without running into trouble. You know, one of the things about UK is that you should try to make sure that your record is clean. When your record is clean, trust me, all your application is just going to be smooth and straightforward. So don't come to the UK and create a problem for yourself and make your applications complicated. I'm actually filming this video because of the set of immigrants I met at the city center this weekend, and when I heard their problems, I was like, how long have you stayed in the UK? They were like, they've just stayed in the UK for about 8 to 9 months. They've got accommodation issues. They've got phone issues. I think they didn't complete their studies or thereabout, and they've got a letter from the school for them to leave the UK and so on. Now, guys, one of the things you need to know is that if you're coming to the UK for study, you need to complete your studies before you can do any other thing in the UK. If you're coming to work, you have to carry on working. But in as much as things has gone bad, doesn't mean that things cannot go right. Now, one of the fear and challenges we face as immigrants or maybe new immigrants in the UK is seeking support. And I'm just here to let you know that there are lots of organizations that you can seek support from in the UK. I used to have this mentality, which I know a lot of people also do have this mentality, that just migrated about 13 years ago when I first moved to the UK. I'm always scared of going to seek for help. I'd rather look for another black person to ask, oh, do you know about this? Just to rely on information from another black person instead of actually seeking for a professional help. Now, that has landed a lot of people in trouble. For someone who had the accommodation problem, rent with landlord issues and so on, there are lots of organizations that you can go for advice. When I mean advice, you don't have to pay. One of the problems and the challenges we always face is that the first thing that comes to mind when we are seeking for support or for help is, are they going to ask me to pay for this? Will I be paying for this? So already that puts us off from seeking the right support. Guys, the UK is a place that they are here to support you. I've been here for the past 13, 14 years. I think by October it's going to be 14 years I moved to the UK. And in the whole of my life in the UK, I haven't gone to the police station before for anything. And that is why I always say, make sure that your records is clean. The only time I actually went to lay a complaint at the police station was just this last December because of a threat I got from someone, and I had to go and make an entry so that the police is aware of it. And when I went to the police on that day, I was like, I've never been to this police station before. I drive past here every day. I was really emotional because I've lived in this country without having any issues. Like, I drive past the police. I don't even know how the inside looks like. But in December, I had to go and complain about someone who actually threatened me and so on. But what am I trying to say? It is very important that you live a life that has not had any issues in the UK, because whatever you do goes on your record in the UK. That's what a lot of people don't know. Once they enter your date of birth, everything you have done is going to come up, provided it is registered. Even those who go get on the train for free and so on. Now, I'm filming this video so you can seek for advice, especially when you smell danger or you're in any problem at all. You can seek for advice, and you can seek for advice in any location. When I mean any location you are, you can seek for advice. Just as you can see on my screen, you are an immigrant in the UK seeking support. Numerous organizations offer assistance with housing, legal advice, integration, and more. Here are some key national and regional resources. Now, like I said from the beginning, that most of these organizations, they don't ask you for anything. So for those who are currently going through these challenges, I saw a guy, he was already going mental. He's got lots of issues around him. I literally saw him holding a bag, walking around city center, and I was like, let me find out from this guy what is going on and so. And this guy is a Nigerian. I was like, are you okay? You can see that he was already going off because he had a bottle of alcohol. On afternoon, people are walking and you are just carrying a bag from one place. By the time I heard his story, I was touched. And one of the things I asked him, did you try to seek for help from any of these organizations? He was like, how? I don't have money to pay for legal. I was like, you don't pay. You just have to use the resources. I would even suggest that you get there and you are asked to pay. Then you go. Than not even going. He explained to me that they told him that he was going to pay. Remember that those who just recently moved to the UK are the people that have the information to share with people in the UK, which is very common. But guys, this is just to let you know that there are lots of support out there, which I'm going to be outlining in today's video. So please like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. Now, if you're facing any accommodation crisis, financial, visa, or whatever, I don't know if you know Citizens Advice is in every city in the UK. And you don't pay for them to support you. They're trained to offer you professional advice. And if they see that it's not going to help, they will also refer you to the next organization that will be able to help you. So just in case you're facing any challenges and you're wondering, oh, what can I do? I'm an immigrant. Oh, am I going to pay? I'm not entitled to public funds. I'm not this. Guys, this organizations does not really want to see whether you're entitled to public funds or not. They are just out there to help you. So please use it. Don't wait until you are able to do anything before you run to them. So just Google your citizens advice in your city and run to them and share your problem with them. Now, as you can see on my screen, there is another one, which is the Refugee Council. Provides support for refugees and asylum seekers, including advice on housing, education, and mental health services. We know how important our mental health is, which is why I'm actually filming this video. The guys I saw over the weekend, like, I didn't like the way their mental state was. They were really not good. And I'm just wondering if their family back home is aware of what is going on with them. Please don't wait until you get to that point before you start seeking for help. I think what I'm going to do is to leave some links in the description of this video, the organizations you can contact, and find out the location in where you are so that you can contact them and speak to them to see how you can get some support. The next one is Refugee Action. Offers practical support and advice to refugees and asylum seekers, helping them to rebuild their lives. So in case you're one of those that is already a refugee in the UK, or you're planning to seek asylum or whatever, or you've come to the UK and your status have changed, make sure you seek for support. Migrant Help. They assist vulnerable migrants, including victims of trafficking and those seeking asylum, with advice and support services. Bearing in mind at the beginning of this video, I said that most of these organizations, you don't pay. Just get there and they should tell you to pay and you don't go back. They are just there to help you because they know a lot of people are going through a lot of crisis in the UK, especially for immigrants that don't have access to public funds. Now, British Red Cross provide emergency support, including food and clothing, and helps refugees and asylum seekers access essential services. There are lots of food banks as well in various locations. All you need to do is just to go on Google and find out the nearest one. Go speak to them if you're going through any challenges and see how they will help you, even with your food. There are lots of even charity shops that when you even go, you could see clothes on 2 for £1 for those who came to the UK and the company that brought them did not give them the hours they were promised, or maybe the licenses was revoked. You can actually go to such charity shops and you're able to get things for you and your family without having to spend so much. But like I said, if you really need support, guys, there are lots of support. Don't forget. I need to leave some of the names in the description of this video so you can make use of it. It's Refugee at Home. They connect refugees and asylum seekers with hosts offering temporary accommodation across the UK. There is another one, which is Kalayaan. They support migrant domestic workers by providing advice on employment rights and immigration issues. So just in case you're here and your organization is not letting you go on leave, you can contact them. I spoke with somebody recently and he was like, if she books more than 2 days, her company will not approve it. You're entitled to leave. You don't just work continuously without going on leave in this country, because you need to go, relax, reset, and come back to work. When she told me that, I was like, what organization is that? She told me. I was like, you have to speak to the HR, arrange for a meeting with the HR, because they know that what they are doing can land them in trouble. So there is organization that will support you. Just as you can see, Kalayaan supports migrant domestic workers by providing advice on employment rights and immigration issues. So don't run away from it. Now, the next on my list is City of Sanctuary, a movement to build a culture of hospitality for people seeking sanctuary in the UK, with local groups offering various forms of support. So make sure you use them. The next on my list is Migrant Rights Network. They advocate for the rights of all migrants and works to influence policy and public attitude. So if you're one of those currently going through any of these challenges, like I would say, before it gets too bad that you may not be able to deal with it in your stable mind, you're better off seeking for help as soon as possible. So regional support in the Midlands. So you have to just Google your location and write what you're going through. Ask for, I need support in so area, and it will pop up, and contact them. And when you contact them, if they are not the ones to help you, they will give you contact of the organization that will be able to help you. One thing I want you to know is that the UK is a country that really wants to support people, especially those who are going through a lot. They want to support you. So don't run away from that help. I'm not saying you should pretend that you have problem that you need support. When they see you that you need genuine support, they will know. Please like and share this video. It's for those who genuinely need support in one place or the other, whether for job, employment rights, you have been laid off. They will advise you on what to do. So don't run away and end up like the guys I saw over the weekend, which prompted me to film this video, because I remember vividly that when I came to the UK 13-14 years ago, I would rather ask somebody to, and when you ask somebody that doesn't really know, you won't really get the answer, and you will just be in that space still waiting for manna to fall from heaven, whereas there are so many supports around you. So make sure you make Google your friend. Anything you don't really understand in your place of work, everything, like, just make sure you ask Google to help you and locate the right support you need, so you don't end up not being able to solve the problems you've been carrying, and you don't know what is going to happen if you don't attend to your mental health. So this brings us to the end of today's video, and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you do find this video helpful, please do like and also do share this video with your friends and loved ones. If you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.